All righty, Sherpas, how's it going? Happy November. Let's give everyone a few minutes to hop in, and then we can kick off this Community Connect. How's everyone doing today? Wherever you're at in the world. DeFi Crypto, I see Brazilian Sherpas representing. Wild Crypto, how's it going? Man, Zaid, Daniel, Mohammed, Crypto World, how's it going, everyone? Good to see you all. Let's give everyone a minute or two to hop on, and then we can kick it off. Mohammed, hola from Spain. Hola desde España. ¿Qué tal, Mohammed? Fine wine. How's it going, fine wine? All right, just a few more minutes, and then we'll get it going. A lot of stuff to go through. Obviously, we are now sitting in November, but this will be a reflection and review of Omtober and kind of the success we had there, and then a little bit about what we have going forward for the rest of this year. A lot of stuff still to come. We're in what's the 13th of November, so we got about 6 more weeks till the end of the year. Still a bunch of things going on. Going to close the year strong and get ready for a big 2025. Delhi, how's it going? Afraz, how's everyone? Good to see you guys. Alrighty. So let's kick it off. So obviously, we successfully launched Mainnet last month, not last year, last month. Omtober was a big success. I've mentioned it before. It was one of the these ideas that we kind of came up with where we were just expecting that everyone thought October was going to be a big month. And we felt that, why not try to start a little bit of a run on Ohm and, create a little bit of buzz around the mainnet launch. Database. This is a circle hat. Yes, you're right. Do not read into this from a USDC or Circle partnership perspective. Not that isn't something that we'd be interested in. But anyway, yes. So, we came up with this idea in September to start, talking about this Omtober concept, because we knew, one, that the mainnet was going to be launching in October. We knew that we had some big partnership announcements like Google Cloud, like this BlackRock tokenized money market fund that we were doing in conjunction with our partner Libre, and a few different other things going on. So we felt that it was a good opportunity for us to really push very heavily before the mainnet launch. And I think we can all say that Omtober was a massive success. Not only did we achieve a successful mainnet launch, successful bridge, and just a general successful kind of ecosystem development month, but we also did hit a new all-time high as well during the month, which was great. It's kind of interesting to see it come full circle. I don't like to talk too much price, but I think just one point of reflection was seeing how we literally went from our all-time low in middle of October last year to our new all-time high in the middle of the Omtober. It was pretty exciting, and definitely just shows how how much can change in a year. And a big credit to the community, big credit to the team for all the hard work we put in during this year. It's been pretty insane growth for us. But anywho, CryptoMoss, how's it going? So unexpected, yo, Crypto World, what's up? Rohit, I don't have a pink hat. I just got black ones. But anyway, maybe I should have a pink one. I think we had some very popular pink bucket hats at the booth at Cosmoverse and at Binance Blockchain Week. But anyway, so again, kind of reflecting a little bit on the month of October, or Omtober as we were calling it. Some of the big initiatives that we announced was obviously the mainnet launch. So I'll give a little bit of kind of behind the scenes details on how that went and how we executed that. And effectively on the 10th of October, I was in Utah for Permissionless, and we were able to successfully launch the blockchain. And I know you guys were like, oh, hey, what do you mean the 10th of October? Didn't it go live on the 23rd? So actually what we did, and in order to kind of get the clock ticking for exchange integrations, for a number of other kind of like data integrations and other infrastructure bits that we needed, and partnerships that we needed, integrations we needed, we started actually launching the blockchain earlier. So it actually launched it in the beginning of October, but without any economic value attributing to the blockchain. So effectively, it was just producing blocks. There was no real activity happening on it. There was no new emissions. It was a financially negligible launch. But what it allowed us to do is to start actually testing some things, integrating with exchanges, et cetera. So we launched it on October 10th, and that was a smooth one. And then we actually initially opened up the bridging mechanism to everyone on the 23rd of October. And actually, let me just check how much has been bridged so far as of today. I'm going to check that real quick. Yeah, roughly around 20 million tokens have been bridged, which is great from the Ethereum side. We're expecting a lot more as more exchanges integrate. But yeah, it's a good start. So anyway, we launched the bridging on the 23rd of October, and then actually turned on emissions via governance on the 28th. So that was a Monday. So that was kind of the sequence of events on how we kind of rolled out. And now obviously we're beginning to actually execute and deliver and integrate new exchange, new applications, and new other utilities for Ohm. So maybe I'll pause there for a second because there's a few questions. Let's see. So Mohammed is asking, how will Libre Capital help Mantra bridge traditional finance and blockchain assets? So Libre is a tokenization platform. They're one of our preferred partners. They're very institutionally backed as well, just like we are. They are effectively a tokenization platform that allows for tokenized funds primarily, such as this BlackRock ICS money market fund, as well as some others. I think we have 4 or 5 more products that are coming, but they allow them to be tokenized and then live on Mantra Chain as TVL. So for example, this BlackRock fund will have Mantra TVL, and we have at least 4 more that are coming relatively shortly. That'll be very interesting for the community to be able to participate in and give access to these kind of previously non-accessible fund products. So that's one of the tokenization platforms we'll work with. It's not like exclusive or anything; they're just a preferred partner. But we have other tokenization platforms that we'd be working with going forward. Kevin, October was good, but after airdrop checker and BTC, November is amazing. Yeah, everyone was very excited about the checker, which was good. That was maybe my most viewed post on Twitter of all time. Let's see. I buy Ohm at 0. Oh, you bought Ohm at all-time low. That's amazing. I love you too. If you bought Ohm at all-time lows, that's a pretty good trade. Web3 crypto. Any new partnerships coming from Middle East? Absolutely. A lot. I won't say too much more than that, but I think we should have some big ones at the end of this year, and definitely a lot going. I mean, even more into the beginning of next year. So that's definitely one of our main focuses. We have a growing team, a growing presence in Dubai, and I think we'll continue to grow specifically in that area more so than other places actually. A couple questions around tokenomics and staking. So as we have mentioned multiple times before, beginning of the year, we kind of merged what was meant to be the existing Mantra DAO or Ohm kind of Ethereum tokens with this Mantra chain tokenomics into one. So the community voted on that to upgrade the tokenomics, upgrade the supply, create new tokenomic emissions specifically for this mainnet L1. And we went through, I think, 3 or 4 different governance proposals to kind of ratify this with the community, and all those passed, basically unanimously, which was great to see the implementation of that. And effectively, when we launched the mainnet, the supply increased, but it increased basically across buckets that are many of them focused on the community, such as the GenDrop bucket, as well as the Ohm upgrade bucket for the existing community stakers. Then we have tokenomics for investors and contributors that are long-term vested. So everything is long-term, multiple-year vesting, and the existing Ethereum tokens are then able to be bridged over. So that's what we're doing in the process of doing right now. And I think it's been relatively well received by the market. I think a lot of people were a bit scared about what would happen with this new supply, but the reality is most of it, if not almost all of it, is not circulating. and all this stuff is long dated, long vested, etc. What we've done now is, of course, on top of this, new supply, there is validator emissions that are going towards the proof of stake validators on the network. So if you're staking on the mainnet, I believe today, let me check, the APR is, again, not financial advice to your own research always. Let's see, APR on the 13 validators that are present is anywhere between 18.75% and like 16%, something like that, depending on the commission of the validator. But anyway, you're able to stake on the mainnet side and earn, potential rewards from being an actual contributor to validating blocks on the new mainnet network. There's also existing Ethereum staking on EVM, so on ETH, Poly, BSC, I think it's like 7-8%. And that's going to continue on a month-by-month basis until we get more and more kind of migration of ERC20 Ohm over to mainnet. So that's kind of the staking mechanism for the time being. And I'll try to answer a few more questions. So let's see. Crypto World, when can we see TVL dashboard and mantra? Coming soon. That's definitely one of the features that we want. One of the other features that I am quite interested in is to actually be able to see on the mantra zone, when you click on overview, not just your participation in things like Chakra, but also your staking positions and other features. So the more ideas, the more concepts you have on how you'd want to improve the app, what features you'd like, let us know. It's definitely really helpful to have community feedback. We really appreciate that. So thank you for that, Crypto World. Guess, is it possible to stake vested money? So presently, no. We do not have the ability to stake vested tokens. It just is a technical complexity, and currently the contracts for claiming are just set up for just being claiming. But I think what people are interested in is could those be replicable, or received as kind of like staked for like airdrops, or considered to be kind of part of future ecosystem airdrops. So one thing that I've been talking to a community member about is it possible to get like a snapshot of the vested token, so people could actually potentially choose to give airdrops to vested token holders. So something that the community is interested in, and obviously we would be open to. In the day, it's up to the project to decide who they deliver ecosystem drops to. Crypto World, when Binance support for Ohm mainnet tokens? I don't have a specific hard date, but it is something that we're working on actively. And obviously we have a very strong relationship with Binance, so we'll continue to push that and do our best to get it as fast as possible. Coinbase, also something that in the works. Other exchanges in the works. All these things, in my mind, again, not financial advice, these are inevitabilities with the growth and the success that we're going through, but these things do take time. So just all these different exchanges, they all have their own process. They all have their own legal due diligence, financial due diligence, et cetera, technical due diligence, as well as just being able to integrate a new mainnet does take some time, but it is definitely happening, and will be not too far off, I should say. Let's see what else. Yeah, Delhi mainnet launch. What's next? Is there a DEX coming? Yes. So there will be a DEX, a very simple, like we're going to call it Mantra Swap. It will be basically just a public good or public infrastructure that you can swap assets in. We'll have a few different other dApps that are going to be deployed shortly for other things like savings protocol. We're talking to a number of other different products that are going to be launched. I would expect them probably in the beginning of next year. A few different other like RWA focused dApps. So these things are all in the works and definitely coming. We will have Omega is really the RWA DEX that will be coming next year as well. But we'll have some basic permissionless infrastructure that people can utilize as well. So you should almost think about Mantra as having both like permissionless infrastructure and permissionless dApps as well as permissioned ones. Spider share. I have staked Ohm before mainnet launch. Is there any airdrop-like reward for staking? So if you're staking Ohm, then you should be eligible for the Ohm upgrade, which will be happening later this month. So I've been talking about everything with respect to anything claiming being, available on Ohm's Giving. So if you're not American and don't know when Thanksgiving is, go look that up. And, that's kind of the day when we're expecting claiming of various different products to be live for everyone. Hazen, good to see you as well. Enola Holmes, will we see any DAO-driven products from Mantra's community? It's possible. I mean, if you want to set up a DAO relevant to Mantra, then by all means. Let's see, a few other things I'd like to go through. So obviously this past month, we were all over the place at many different conferences. I was literally all over the world. I have one big, I'm currently in New York right now, conference in New York next week, then one in London, and then doing some stuff in Dubai the end of the month. But so the travel does not stop. Thank you, Tech Eagles. I appreciate it. But we've obviously been front and center at a number of different conferences and events. Binance Blockchain Week and Cosmoverse were probably the two biggest ones that we were really active in. Cosmoverse put on by our friends Crypto Cedo and the kind of the whole Stake Cedo crew over there, which are good friends of Mantra and big supporters. And that was good to be in touch with the Cosmos community. And we also did the Hackmos hackathon. So we have a couple different interesting projects that are coming out of that. Obviously, with Binance Blockchain Week was our one of our major exchange partners. We were very active there, participated in a number of different panels, including a very interesting one about real estate tokenization in the UAE in conjunction with Dr. Mahmoud from the Dubai Land Department, which was really exciting to see the Dubai government coming and talking on a panel with us, as well as Amira Sadrani, who is a leading kind of real estate developer from the Damak real estate business. She's the managing director there, and also has her own fractional real estate company called Pripco. So she's an amazing entrepreneur and is doing some very exciting stuff in real estate tokenization that we're excited to be exploring with them. So that was a very, very cool one. But that's really just the tip of the iceberg from a real estate perspective. We have a lot more kind of super interesting partnerships coming. Then this month, obviously the big things that people were asking was when checker, which we tick. Now is when claim. So as I mentioned, just be expecting some stuff over Ohm's giving. And the one kind of exciting thing is, aside from these kind of distribution of tokens, it also means that we'll have significantly more community members on the mainnet. The key activities that we want to push forward into next year are obviously actually metric driven kind of numbers that we need to hit. So we need wallets, we need TVL, we need liquidity, we need RWA projects, we need dApps. So all these things are areas that we're really going to be pushing heavily into next year. The mainnet is now live, so things aren't actually real. I keep telling the team, like, we had a monumental effort to build out this L1 and to kind of get it into market, but we also have just started. So we launched the chain. Now we need to make the chain incredibly valuable, and the way that we do that is by having a lot of activity, a lot of TVL, a lot of liquidity, and these are things that we're actively focusing on right now. So these are all areas of interest and going to be from here on out the main focus of Mantra and the ecosystem. Let's take a minute to go through a couple questions. Okay. So Hazel's asking about the roadmap for expanding RWAs across regions. So we're definitely focused, primarily on the Middle East and Asia. I think we're seeing a lot of activity from the Middle East, particularly the UAE right now. Tons of institutional interest, a lot of high quality assets that people are trying to bring on chain, and also a lot of real money that's coming into the space there. So that's probably our first area to focus on and start. But outside of that, a few interesting, kind of jurisdictions that are key for us. I would say Turkey is a big one. Shout out to our Turkish community. Vietnam, Indonesia, and Brazil are some of these areas where we think big opportunity for real world assets and massive tuned in populations that are crypto native and are doing very interesting stuff in this space. So those are probably some of the areas. Although by nature, crypto is global, and we do expect to have global audience irrespective. Two of the other markets that are not necessarily driven by RWAs for us, but that are of interest. Korea is one that's quite attractive for us, and we're working on to continue to plug into Korea, and then of course trying to find different ways, given the shift in administrations that's coming for the U.S. market. Let's see what else. Are there any unique rewards for Ohm holders? Well, if you were staking Ohm throughout 2024, you are eligible for the Ohm upgrade, and that's a pretty significant upgrade that you'll be able to earn. Claiming will go live, assuming you're bridging, at least 1 Ohm. So that's actually one thing I do want to talk about. So if you are a participant of the GenDrop, if you're a participant in Mantra Finance staking or Sherpa stake, and you're eligible for this Ohm upgrade, in order to be eligible for the claiming, one thing that we need people to do is bridge at least 1 Ohm token on Ethereum to Mainnet, because we actually need to have a linkage between your OX wallet or your Ethereum-based wallet with your Mainnet wallet. And if we don't have that, it's very hard for us to verifiably confirm that the wallet that you're interacting with on Mainnet is the one attached to your activity on the Ethereum side. So this is like a little bit of a call to action for everyone. If you have not connected your wallets already, you can do so on Mantra Zone. Please, please, please do so, because that's the best way you'll be able to make sure that you're eligible and you won't have any delays and be able to participate in claims. But if you don't do that, then it will take time. So please do go do that. I would highly, highly recommend everyone to at least bridge 1 Ohm token so you can connect your wallet, and then we'll make sure you're able to actually participate on the new activity where all the focus is on the mainnet side. Samsonite, XONITE. Would there be a platform for tokenizing basic assets soon? I'm not sure I completely understand that, but obviously we're doing tokenized assets on a case-by-case basis. Not only are we kind of helping directly with projects to tokenize things, but we're also working with existing tokenization platforms and partners who are doing their own thing to help tokenize stuff, and we'll just be a technology partner for supporting that. Vikash, merch for Ohm hodlers. Yeah, we should have an Ohm merch store. Honestly, I think we have some of the best merch at all these conferences that we go to. We're a lot of teams at DevCon right now in Bangkok and Thailand, and I think you always see people rocking Mantra stuff, which is great. Man Zaid, how has the partnership with BlackRock Money Market changed our strategy? So I will just be very clear. Mantra is not partnered with BlackRock at this time. We are tokenizing a BlackRock product with our partner Libre. But it is a very institutional, very interesting product that people are attracted to, and it is a very safe form of collateral that people can actually participate in and get an attractive yield. Rohit, there are so much event happening in India. Any plans to come to India? Good question, Rohit. So personally, I think India will be one of our biggest areas to focus on next year. Not necessarily from the RWA angle, but from the just crypto native population of being able to activate community. And frankly speaking, with the name Mantra and a token Ohm, India is obviously a natural place for us. I think one of the interesting things that we're seeing is Binance finally got their full approval for exchange licensing in India, which is amazing. Binance, obviously one of our bigger exchange partners. We're already on some Indian exchanges. I think we're on CoinDCX, and maybe WazirX. I'm not sure. Anyway, basically, we want to bring Ohm home, and we feel like India is definitely a home for that. And we want to make a big campaign. And actually, I think we're going to have there's like a big Binance event going on at the end of this month, or maybe even next week in India. I think it's the first one, so we'll be actively participating there. So India is going to be a big focus for next year. I've actually still never been myself. I'd love to go. So hopefully we'll be able to make a trip back down there sooner rather than later. Lecter, when claiming for USDY and airdrop. So within this month, all these things will be active and available. We're saying Ohm's giving is when really the claiming will go live. Obviously USDY presently, as long as it's being held, which it is still earning 5% treasury interest at the moment. And do you think Binance will support us for Mainnet? Yes, I do think so, but timing is the thing I don't know with certainty yet. Mr. White Hat, does KYC need to claim GenDrop tokens? No, there is not KYC for GenDrop, but there will be kind of a disclaimer that you have to say you're not from certain places and whatnot. Atul Thakur, should I bridge staked Ohm from Polygon to Mantra Chain? Will I be eligible for rewards as I'm staking since April? Yes, you will definitely be eligible for rewards, and you should bridge your Ohm tokens from Polygon to Mantra. But I just did this myself because I had Ohm staked on Polygon as well. Bridge from Polygon to Ethereum, Ethereum to Mainnet. So the one-way bridge that we've built is really a Ethereum only, because think about it. Polygon is actually a derivative. Polygon Ohm is a derivative of Mainnet, of Ethereum Ohm. So you need to go from Polygon to Ethereum, Ethereum to Mainnet. And as long as you do that with the same wallet and you connect those two, you'll be eligible for those Ohm upgrade rewards, which is great. Gil, will Ondo claim also be live this month? Yes, that's part of the everything that is claiming capabilities this month will be eligible this month. Let's see. Solomon, why didn't you give rewards to validators who did the same job but didn't fill out the form? I'm not entirely sure what you mean by that. We took snapshots of testnet validators that were in the active set. So maybe follow up in Discord with the team. Okay, let's see. Okay, so that's, I think that's a pretty good summary. We're coming up to the top of 30 minutes. Obviously, for the rest of this year, we want to close the year strong. We have a few exciting initiatives that we're going to be pushing the rest of this month and into early December. And, obviously getting ready and getting plans and, getting everything set for a big 25. 2024 has been an incredibly successful year for us, an incredibly active and busy year. I mean, I've been flying all over the world. Team's grown incredibly. Things have been, really amazing for us, for the community, et cetera. But I think the best is yet to come, and we still have a long way to go. A lot of development left to build, and a lot of interesting stuff. So we are excited about what's in store, and again, appreciate everyone for the support through this year. But again, this is really a tip of the iceberg kind of stuff. So we're still hungry. We're going to stay humble, and we're going to continue to build the rest of this year. Finish the year strong. I'll do probably one more of these before the end of the year, maybe early December, something like that before Christmas. And we'll finish the year with continued emphasis on pushing and finishing strong, and get ready for a really big 2025. Obviously, everyone's really excited and bullish on the market next year, and we look to continue to be a project that outperforms irrespective. So we're going to continue to execute, continue to focus and build, and again, can't do it without you guys. So thank you all for the support, and hopefully enjoy the Community Connect. And if you have anything that you want to reach out about in the meantime, always can hit us up on Telegram, hit us up on Discord, or socials on Twitter, for example. So anyway, thanks so much for the time, guys. Have a good one. I have a lot more calls to finish the rest of this morning. So I'll get back to it, but appreciate spending some time with you guys and hope you enjoyed it. Cheers. Have a good one.